This video is presented by the California Department of Housing and Community Development in cooperation with CSU Chico. The goal of this short video is to provide awareness and information about the law requiring routine maintenance inspections for California's mobile home parks. This video will also highlight some of the more common and uncommon violations, as well as information on how to remedy these situations. Today's mobile home parks provide a desirable lifestyle at an affordable cost, offering many benefits normally found in an old-fashioned neighborhood community. These communities can be large and luxurious, often resembling exclusive apartments or private clubs. Or they can be smaller and more affordable. Unfortunately, not all parks are as pleasant and safe as they could be. Because of poor maintenance and blatant disregard for California's health and safety laws, parks can become a hazard for the residents who simply want a decent and safe place to live. To address many of these problems, in 1991, legislation directed agencies to inspect every mobile home park in the state of California by the end of 1998, and possibly once again every 5 to 7 years. In terms of the violations, we have found that most exist because owners and park operators simply don't realize that they are illegal or dangerous. We've also discovered that there are as many problems with people's homes as there are people living in them, from broken windows and missing steps to blocked emergency exits and combustibles under homes. We'll show you some of the most common violations and explain why it's in your own best interest to fix them, not just because it's the law, but because they may endanger the safety of your family and guests. A fire safety violation we found in many mobile home parks is the construction of a combustible accessory building or structure, such as a storage shed or garage that is too close to the lot line or nearby structures. This violation can be fixed by simply moving or removing the structure or providing additional fire protection. Often people feel that because something has been there for a long time, there is no danger. However, these clearances are required for that unpredictable time when a fire may start on one of the lots. Covered or screened-in patios can be inviting places to relax and enjoy a sunny afternoon. However, they are also places where dangerous violations are often found. Sometimes awnings and screen rooms are attached to the mobile homes by manufacturers who don't realize the homes are not designed to hold up this additional weight. For this reason, construction permits are required. In some situations, toxic levels of gases can accumulate if ventilation is cut off, creating possible life-threatening situations. Often, appliances that are not designed for outdoor or wet locations find themselves outside. With age and exposure to the elements, or perhaps with a defective new appliance, electrical shorts can occur, creating a very real danger of electrocution. Power cord coverings can be cracked or deteriorated, causing the outer covering to pull away from the cord plug, exposing the dangerous conductors. Extension cords are often found where permanent wiring should be used. Electrical feeder assemblies are sometimes found buried or lying on the ground. Liquid petroleum gas containers are sometimes not securely fastened to prevent accidental overturning. But probably the most unappreciated mobile home park regulation requires handrails on runs of more than 2 steps and guardrails on porches that are more than 30 inches above the ground. Stable step and patio construction is also required. We understand that residents who use weak steps without handrails every day believe they pose no danger. However, statistics tell us that most injuries are caused by falls in a victim's own home. Even though residents may feel safe, their guests aren't always as familiar with their steps and porches as they are. The first visit to your park by an inspector is called a pre-inspection conference. The inspector will explain the upcoming inspection to the park owner and will also provide inspection and violation information to the residents. The first inspection is then scheduled for 30 to 60 days after the conference. During this inspection, the inspector looks for violations that are the park operator's responsibility, as well as exterior features under control of the residents. The inspectors are not allowed to enter your home without your permission, but they are required to enter your lot to inspect it, as well as the utility hookups and the exterior of your home. After the inspection, notices of violations are sent to the park operator and to each resident where the violations were found. The violation notices are divided by seriousness. A violations are the most hazardous. The violation represents an imminent threat to human life or property. They are to be corrected immediately or within 5 days. Raw sewage is a typical example of an A violation. B violations represent significant health and safety threats and are to be corrected within 30 days. B violations include electrical, fire safety, plumbing, and structural problems. An example of a B violation might be the use of an interior power cord on an exterior appliance. The language of the notices may seem harsh, especially to law-abiding citizens, but the department is required by law to tell people about possible penalties for not correcting the violations. Most residents correct their violations as quickly as they can, but there are always those who won't. For this reason, the legislature has added penalties to the law. We hope the information we've provided here is valuable to you. By explaining our processes and showing you a few of the more common violations, we hope that you realize why it is necessary to inspect our parks. The Department of Housing and Community Development has implemented these inspections not only for your safety, but for the safety of everyone. Too often, injuries, loss of property, and even death can result from an uncorrected violation that someone didn't think was serious. Please don't let it happen to you or someone you care about.